Good morning and happy Wednesday. Welcome back to the Daily Grind. I'm your host Chump Change, just live and recorded. For those of you guys that might be new here, we typically do is go over crypto news or news in general in the space. I update myself, bring you guys along for the ride. Let's see who's in the house and then we'll go from there. Mike the Miner, what's up, dude? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute. Mr. Steven Cicero, we have Claude, good to see you. Claude G. Carl Coat, good to see you as well. Sustainable Crypto, Nick K, what's up, buddy? All set, my man. Black Hat, good to see you as well. Son of a Rabbit, love that name. Chris Hanley, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hopefully everything is going well. All right, let's see. Dumpster Fire, Arthur, what's up, buddy? What's up? Charlie, good to see you. Zarkov, everybody else who may have missed, I apologize, but we have some Ethereum spot ETF news, which is amazing. It was approved for trading as of yesterday, so I guess next couple days is going to be kind of all over the place. Let's get into it. Bitcoin 66,719 bucks. We got Ethereum looking like 34.62. This is awesome. It's holding. Perfect. Hasn't dropped yet. That's a good thing. Excuse me. We have mining to fill my bags. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Wow, I made a live stream first time in a minute. Yes, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for being here, bud. We got XRP. Look at XRP. What in the hell? 63 bucks. What's up, little buddy? Made it to the party. Perfect. Damn, 6.41% up on the day. What's going on with XRP? Any new news? Does anybody know? We have Litecoin over here, 73 bucks, 73 and a half actually. 73.54 to be exact. We got Caspa at 17.8. Looking pretty good. These two have been holding pretty steady. Caspa's been holding steady in the 17 range, which is very, very good. ETC is at $23.70. I think ETC is going to do well once Ethereum starts seeing some appreciation, when the bull run starts kicking off. All the Timmies that don't know anything about crypto are going to see ETC on Coinbase and not understand why it's so much cheaper to purchase than Ethereum. We have Dogecoin over here at 13 cents. We have Pepe up 7.8% today. Shiba's up 1.42. BitTensor over here up almost 10%, 9.59%, $342. Looking pretty good. Everything's looking good, man. This market is amazing. I hate, why does my mouse keep doing that? It keeps scrolling down on this page. It's driving me nuts. It never did that before. I don't understand it. Anyways, let's check out the top 100 coins on Crypto Bubbles. The biggest earner seems to be this Mew coin. Mew. I don't know what this is. Cat in a dog's world. Bruh. What? What does that mean? Lawnmower Man, what's up, dude? Caesar, good to see you. Let's see. Do you think gaming coins are effed? I don't know. Gaming coins are in a weird, strange position right now, in my opinion. It's not really a topic, you know what I mean? It's not like an AI buzzword type deal thing anymore, right? Like last run was like metaverse and all this other shit, NFTs. So they're just in a weird place. I think honestly, once the bull run happens, everything's gonna rise as a collective whole, right? Well, I don't want to say everything because there's gonna be those rugs, right? There's gonna be certain coins that just disappear. It happens every time, but most coins are gonna have some sort of appreciation, right? It's Solana meme coin time, right? As you can see, this Mew coin probably has no utility. It's 18.6% up on the day, and it's into the top 100 at a $269 million market cap. Sorry, $725 million market cap. The 24-hour volume as 269 million. That's insane. That's crazy. Anyways, we have Popcat over here, another meme coin, 87 cents over here at an $856 million market cap. It's just a meme coin world this time. You know, this bull run, that's the consensus. We have Athena, 15.8% over here, 50 cents on the day. We have again BitTensor. That's how you say that, right? I almost said BitTensor. Almost got Max triggered, even though he's probably not here. BitTensor 9.6% up on the day, 341 bucks. Jasmy's up 5%. Caspa's up 2.9. Actually, Jasmy, what is it at? 2.8, so 2 cents, almost 3 cents. Getting there. XRP again, 7.2%. 63 cents for XRP is actually pretty decent. I'm kind of shocked that XRP is doing that well. There's got to be some news going on. Flow over here is up 9.6% as well, 66 cents. Nothing else really jumping out at me, guys. Solana's up 3.3, but I still think Solana's very undervalued. I think we're gonna see about close to 500 bucks if I had to guess. So it'd be my opinion. Again, please, you're all adults. Don't take advice from people on the internet. Okay, just do what you want, what you can afford to do. Solana, when the ETF comes for Solana, we're going to be in a good position on that one, I think. All right, over here, Fear and Greed Index, Flashbang. We got 69. Let me just refresh this. Yeah, 69 in the greed still. We're under 70, under 75. I don't really care about this chart. I think we're doing good. Realistically, we want to be kind of somewhere in the middle here. When we start getting into the deep green, that's when we start having the panic, right? But I think we're going to see the start of the bull run probably towards, I would say, end of September, October-ish. That's typically when you'll see it, things starting to progress, right? Further, a little more aggressively anyways. And this thing will start just slowly going up. But the Ethereum spot ETF trading is a very good thing that's coming to light. All right, let's see. Trending coins, data ownership. I'm assuming this is protocol, down 6% today. Turbo is up 1.5%. Is anybody into Turbo? Actually, this is another meme coin. I don't know. Is this an ERC20 meme coin? It is. ERC20 Ethereum. Yeah, Turbo, I don't know. I've been hearing a lot about Turbo, and man, I don't know. Cubic's actually down today, 9%. That's trending. Weird. Cubic's trending. Huh. Bruh. Very strange. All right, top 10 coins by coin market cap over here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, Solana, XRP, USDC. We have Lado staked Ether, Dogecoin, and Toncoin in 10th place at a $17.4 billion market cap. It's been taking a little bit of a shit lately, but Cardano is just behind it, 14.8 billion. Oh, it's a couple billion behind, but Cardano was down to like 30 cents a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So hopefully you guys got some of this. It's 80% down. Typically what I'm doing right now is I'm DCAing into coins that are 80% down or more. Okay, Cardano is one of those coins. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's been close to the top 10 or in the top 10 for a long time. It's about 3 years ago during the last bull run, it had a jump and a run up. It's down 86%. Easy gains, in my opinion. That's one of these coins. Litecoin's the same way. It's about 80% down. Again, I'm not trying to give you guys financial advice. Do what you want. I don't have a giant bag of Cardano, but I have some. Litecoin, same thing. Not a giant bag, but I have some. It's just it's a safer bet than going in all these meme coins that could just disappear tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? What's up, Mr. Luke? My man, good to see you. The trending list is sponsored. You can buy it. What? Can you really? Is that true? Oh, that's some bullshit. I didn't know that, son of a ravage. Well, if that's true, then screw this. I'm not gonna look at that no more. Thanks for telling me. I had no idea. I really didn't know that was a sponsored section. That's a riot, actually. Caspa again over here, 17.7, looking pretty good, guys. This has never seen a bull run. Every 3 or 4 months we see to have a leg up, right? And right now we're holding pretty steady around the 17 range, which is very, very good. Very strong, consistent uptrend on this entire chart. Like this is the max chart, right? Since it came out 2022, it's just been on a confident climb, let's put it that way. So you guys do what you want. You don't trust it, is what it is. Let's check out Lithium. Actually, all these Lithium ASICs been dropping last couple days. I should be getting mine tomorrow, I think. The AL Box 2 for review. Shout out to Gold Shell. They actually are sending one over. I don't know if they're sending 1 or 2. They're like, their whole thing they put on Twitter, oh damn, Lithium's down under $2, $1.92 over here, 1.6% down. But anyways, Gold Shell, what I was saying is they tweeted out that they were going to be doing like a BOGO deal. Like what you buy one get one? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening at Gold Shell? Because anybody tell me, please. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna go to their site because I want to see. Let's Gold Shell. Let's see if the price is back here yet. Oh, it is. Okay, the AL box $13.99. That's the original. And then the AL box 2 is $27.60. I swear they said you were getting 2 if you bought 1 or some shit. 720 gigahashes. Let's see. Why can't I buy it? Why can't I go to like the buy it? How do you, what's happening? Oh, here it is. Okay, let me click on it. Let's see. I swear it said something about getting 2 of them. Does anybody have Gold Shell on Twitter? Let me I have to go to Twitter now. God damn it. Hold on, give me a second. Brief moment. I'm not logged in on Brave browser. Gold Shell. All right, win an AL box too. Oh, look at that, mining now. What is that? That is not gold shell. Oh god, what is happening? How do I find gold shell? Why is it not here? Where's gold shell? Oh, there we go. I don't know how to use Twitter. I apologize. I am such a noob with Twitter. It's terrible. All right. Oh, so you can win an AL box if you guys are interested. That's kind of neat. You know what? I'll put this in the chat. Oh, I mean, dude, why not? If you guys have a chance to win a free unit, do it, please. Let me see. Steven Cicero said, I think that was for people who already ordered. Was it? Right here, special benefit for all AL box customers. Oh, so maybe you're right. He said get an extra AL box boosting your mining power from 1440 to 1440 gigahashes, because it's at 720 right as of right now. Receive an extra AL box too with 1200 watt PSU with your purchase. So I don't know if it's the purchase now or if you already purchased and got to say the least. If you got effed, then I guess they're like, hey, we're gonna give you this because it's a good idea and we feel bad, but thanks for your money. Oh no, but for real, like, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to ask because I really don't know if you buy this for this price if you get two of them, or if you get one. Because if you only get one, then a lot of money. I don't know, that's just me. All right, moving on, going back. Where were we? Right here, lithium. Again, the lithium's whatever, doing its thing. Get away from this. All right, moving on to the mining segment of things. We got over here, look at this, AL1 15.6 terahashes releasing in July, or the end of July, right? Probably beginning of August to start getting them. 3,510 watts, making just under $1,000 a day. $997 a day. I didn't mean to hit that one. Bruh. I meant to hit that one. Bruh is right. This is insane. When these hit the market, or when they hit homes or facilities, or this could be very bad and very good. Like, a lot of people can make a lot of money if you get the first units, right? But I'm guessing this thing's gonna drop it down to like $200 to $100 a day almost instantly. That's just my guess. It's gonna be very, very hard to sustain $1,000 a day on these machines. I don't know. Mine, the ASICs numbers have been off lately, so I'm not using them anymore, or as of right now anyways. The KS5, which is the Caspa miner over here, making $49.04 a day. That's going down actually pretty drastically. These machines have actually been making way less than I've been expecting. The KS5 20 terahash unit is making $46.70. The AL box 2, this is the unit that hopefully I'll be getting tomorrow. It says it's gonna be delivered tomorrow, but probably the next day, most likely Friday. $45.56 a day. Like, dude, that's a Hadouken for 360 watts. Perfect. I mean, how could you go wrong, right? But like, the price, it's a lot. But if you make 50 bucks a day, how much? $2,700. Let's see, where am I at? 2,700 divided by, we're just gonna say, all right, so 45. 60 days, 2 months, you get an ROI or break even, right? Is that worth it? I don't know. If I had to guess, it's probably going to be more than 60 days, probably 120 days if I had to just guess off of what is going on. Because again, if you guys can get these units before everything else comes out, then you're golden. If you can't, then you that's pretty much how it goes. There's no way around that. The KS5M over here is making, this is the 15 terahash unit, making $32.27 a day. We got the Ice River, a lithium ALO, the brand new Ice River unit that's coming out. I think this is like 800 bucks, just under 800 bucks. And if anybody's interested in getting these, use code CHUMP. You do get 2.5% off, but please make sure you guys order these separately from like the PSUs. If you're going to order this and a PSU, order it separately, because you're going to get smashed with tariffs. You're going to have to pay like $200 to receive this unit from DHL when it comes to you. So the threshold is $800. With our code, it brings it down a little bit, but you got to pay shipping. So your total invoice is going to be over 800 bucks probably with shipping. But the shipping is not added to that total $700 unit. You know what I mean? Or $800 unit, whatever it is. I think it's like 780 or something, or maybe less with our discount. But nonetheless, please just make sure you guys order shit separately so you don't get screwed, because that's the worst feeling on the planet, when you have to go pick something up and you have to pay thousands or hundreds of dollars in this case to get certain things, right? It just sucks. Anyways, 25.55 a day on that unit, which is pretty cool, right? We get the Antminer L9. I'm super excited to see one of these things. I can't wait till they come out, or they actually get shipped. 17.6 gigahashes, Dogecoin and Litecoin merge mining, $25 a day. Again, with Litecoin and Doge prices going up or in the bull run, I think these things are going to be killing it. We get the KS5L 12 terahash unit, making 24.18 a day. Why is the Antminer? Oh, there's two L9s. There's two versions. So there's a 17.6 and a 16.2. Ooh, interesting. $22.79 a day. Nice. We get the original gold shell AL box over here, 360 gigahashes, 180 watts, make it 22 bucks a day. That's actually still pretty good. It's almost $23 a day. Perfect. Actually, hold on. Is this it? Yeah, it is at 10 cents. Okay. This is at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, by the way. If you guys are paying 10 cents, this is what you're making. You know what? Let me just, for shits, I just want to see. I'm going to 30 cents. This is what I pay. I mean, obviously not with my solar stuff, but dude, even at 30 cents a kilowatt hour, I would be making $980 a day on that AL1. What? That's insane. The power efficiency on these are crazy. That's probably the only saving grace for lithium and Caspa, obviously. That's insane. That is insane. The AL box too, I'll be making $43 a day if I just plug the shit into the wall. That's actually just 100% going to be plugged in 24/7 until it just completely takes a shit. But wow, that's crazy. I could pay an ass load in electric and still, dude, you could pay $1 like what? When is it not profitable? AL box, like, dude, hold on. If I paid $5 per kilowatt hour, I'd still be making money on the AL box too. $3.22 a day. That's crazy. Like, see, like certain things like that, you can't go wrong. I don't know. That's nuts. I just hope the price holds up. I hope it doesn't turn into a KA3 and things just take a complete shit. All right, we got the Antminer L7. I got the 9050 down at Terra Hosting. Shout out to them. Paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour over here. I think it's 9.5 actually if you have more than like 5 units or something. But $8.88 a day on this unit that is 3 years old. This thing's been killing it. The entire bull run, I mean, sorry, the entire bear market, this thing's been profitable. So can't go wrong there. Perfect. Snake, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Dan R, I have turned from home low power ASIC miner from GP miner. Oh, you are turning into a low power ASIC miner, dude. Me too. Luke, I have never heard of Caspa. No, it is a cool project. Does seem like one. Yes, I love Caspa. Shout out to Caspa. Caspa team's amazing. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it pops in the bull run. All right, Ice River KS0 Ultra. This is Caspa miner. If you guys are interested in these, they have these at Ice River as well. Same code Chump works for this. 400 gigahashes. Also, please, oh my god, I got a DM yesterday saying that hobbyist bricked his KS0 Ultra trying to do the firmware update. Guys, please don't do those updates until guinea pigs like him will do that and hopefully get it working, not like, you know, just do it and screw up their machine, right? Let us do that stuff for you before you guys take the leap to do that shit. Okay, please just be careful. Please be careful, because you brick this unit, it's like shit, you just paid 250 bucks for nothing, right? But 250 bucks for 84 cents a day, this is at 10 cents kilowatt hour. I don't know. You guys want to try to get this thing to 650 gigahashes, you can. Please read the readme. There's things and reasons and ways to do it properly, and clearly it was pushed too hard, and that's what happened to his unit yesterday. But you guys, you got to be careful. The Doge 3 Plus, I got this unit over here. Shout out to Gold Shell again. They sent this over for review. 33 cents at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. I'll be running this thing in the solar trailer, but right now it's unplugged and right here on the floor because I can't. 30 cents, no, it's not profitable. KS0 Pro, I got these things running on solar right now. 30 cents a day at 10 cents kilowatt hour. I'm probably making 50 cents a day with no electricity. All right, where's my S19K? Where is it? I got this down at Terra Hosting as well, and I don't know. S19K, where are you? I'm probably blind. I probably passed it. Can I search it? Can I search here? Where's the search? S19K. Aha. I'm only losing 18 cents a day. That's not bad. That could be way worse. I thought that was going to be worse. Perfect. Mr. Red Panda Mining. What's up, dude? Good to see you. I mean, I'm still losing money, 18 cents a day, but dude, that's way better than it's been. It's been like 50 plus cents a day. That's crazy. And I like the fact that this actually shows Bitcoin and not Bitcoin Cash. Weird. Anyways, check out GPUs, see what the most profitable coin is to mine over here. Xano, top of the charts. Look at that. On pretty much every 40 series. Pretty much every card across the board. What in the hell? Ironfish and Whosat Zealous over here on the 170HX. Xano. I don't think I've ever looked this coin up. Xano, 22%. Look at that boner candle. What the hell happened there? 40-cent jump? It's an Ethereum. Can you mine this on... Hold on. Can I mine this on the... What's it called? On ASICs, or is it ASIC resistant? On like the X16Q? Can I mine it on that? Does anybody know? As I know you can mine like Octaspace and stuff. By the way, Octaspace has been doing crazy lately too. Octaspace has been decent. It's 5% up today. $2.24. Damn. Hadouken, man. 15 days ago at an all-time high at $2.39. Dude, that's crazy. Octaspace has been doing some pretty good stuff. This is what's it called? This coin is a Deepin project. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's check out CPUs quick, and then we're gonna get into some new stuff. Nice hash, random X. Sure, nice hack. Not a fan. Not a fan personally. All right, new coins. See what we got. Any new coins? Hoot Chain. Look at that. We got Hoot Chain. X11. Algo 4 days ago. I have no idea what this is. It's probably some bullshit coin. You guys are gonna go onto these websites and you leave this site, please do it at your own risk. My computer's VLANed. Shout out to Red Panda. Thanks for fixing my stuff. So I should be okay. Let's check it out. Let's see what this is. Unique advantages. Unlock your DeFi journey with Hoot Chain. Experience the future of DeFi along with... Hold on. DeFi along within a hybrid POW/POS model, fostering decentralized governance through DAO, right? Empowering innovation where privacy is paramount and security is uncompromised. The Hoot ticker. I have no idea what this is. Step into the limitless future of cryptocurrencies where innovation knows no bounds. Our platform leads the way, revolutionizing digital assets engagement with pioneering advancements and groundbreaking technology. Launch of staking platform, powerful mining solutions, hybrid X. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this one a little bit more. The whole DeFi thing though, DeFi is a tough space to be in, man. It is. Anyways, Rude Puts, dude, thank you so much for keeping the stream alive. 249 euro. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. You said now you're making a profit. Donation of the day, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keeping the stream alive. All right, this was a clip from yesterday. Mr. Anthony Pompliano was on CNBC television. So let's see what he said over here. I didn't have a chance to go live yesterday. You guys know I missed a bunch of stuff because I've been dealing with my solar stuff and I got to get back to it today. So we're going to try to blast through this stuff. Guys, that like button. Appreciate you for hanging out. Let's do it.
Welcome back to Squawk Box this morning. Spot Ethereum ETF set to begin trading today. The SEC approved ETF applications from 21 shares, Bitwise, BlackRock, Fidelity iShares, Benek, and Franklin Templeton, along with Invesco Galaxy. And joining us right now to talk about all of this and what it means for the crypto industry and what is now, we'll describe as a milestone, another milestone. Anthony Pompliano is here, founder and CEO of Professional Capital Management. Pop, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
You think this is a game changer or not really? You seem less excited this morning than when you were here on Bitcoin Day.
Yeah, well, let's go look at the Bitcoin ETF. I think, historic thing, probably the best ETF launch in history. One of the interesting stats is that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF has had more net flows than QQQ year to date. Right, so just massive flows there, over $500 million just yesterday alone. And so I think what a lot of people say is, well, that was the first one. Is the second one going to be as big? And I don't think that's true, right? If you just go and, before I came on, I looked at all the major news sites. people aren't talking about it as much. And so like the media attention, the hype, all that stuff isn't really there. And so it brings you to the question of like, why are people not talking about it as much? And I think part of the challenge for Ethereum is that the story isn't as clear. It's very clear with Bitcoin, right? It's digital gold. When we start talking about Ethereum, you start talking about a technology platform. There's a lot more competition, et cetera. But if you go and you talk to the people at Bitwise, they're launching ETH today. What they would tell you is, well, actually, there's diversification. People on Wall Street love that. And so maybe actually the benefit that Ethereum will have is just people say, well, I don't want to have just one. I want to have a couple of them. It's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum. Let me do like a 70-30 split, and that'll be good enough for it. And so I think that we really got to see what these flows are going to look like, because the story isn't as clear. You're not going to get access to the staking. So the cash flow that people really like about Ethereum isn't available to these kind of ETF holders. And I think that the flows itself are not going to be nearly as big as Bitcoin. And so the question is, how much impact on prices is this really going to have?
Walk us through just what the flows look like on Bitcoin, to the extent that that's going to be a model at all. Even if you said this 70-30 idea that you're going to diversify in that way, you'd say, well, then should you just say that, this is going to be 30% of whatever that was?
Yeah. Well, I think that the flows on the Bitcoin side, some of these funds have 10, 15, $19 billion in them, right? I mean, these are real money that's moving into these things. What I do think is interesting about the Ethereum ETF approval, and probably the thing I've taken away the most, is less about Ethereum and more about the rest of the market. What this signals to me is that all of the altcoins are going to come to Wall Street. It may take a while. There may need to be some regulatory clarity. They may get treated a certain way, but these things are going to come to Wall Street. And so what went from a 0 to 1,
that's the biggest thing to take out of this, to be honest. It opens the door for every other altcoin to get an ETF. Solana, probably a top 10 ETF of like the top 10 coins, which would be awesome, right? I don't know about any of the other ones, like maybe XRP, but I don't know. Solana's definitely coming. That's 100% coming down the pipeline.
Going to be Bitcoin, is it not, is now going to be a crypto industry. And the reason why that becomes interesting is because people who have this portfolio model or portfolio approach are going to start to apply that to all of crypto.
For those that don't follow all of this, does Ethereum ultimately, to you, have the same sort of restrictions in terms of how many Ethereum there ultimately will be on a relative basis to the way Bitcoin is set up?
Yeah.
Because that, to me, is a fundamental issue.
Yeah, it does not. One of the issues that I think the critics have with Ethereum is that the monetary policy mimics much closer to kind of the US dollar, right? There are these periodic decisions as to whether the monetary policy is going to be more constrictive or not, how many are going to be available, et cetera. So again, the story isn't as clear. It's not as certain. What I do think is also interesting is that Ethereum long has said, hey, we're the smart contract platform, and they were the dominant one there. But now there's a lot of competition, right? It's not the fastest. It's not the cheapest. There's these other blockchains that have come forward. And
it's definitely not the cheapest. It's expensive as hell to do anything on Ethereum.
So I actually am of the belief that there will be inflows to the Ethereum ETFs. The Ether price will go up, but it's just not going to be to the magnitude that people kind of are hoping for because of these other pressures.
What is the Pomp family going to do as it relates to all of this?
I'm highly biased. I sold all of the Ethereum that I owned last year. I bought Solana. It's outperformed. And so
you're now a Solana max.
Actually, you know what? If he sold it last year, he definitely made out a decent amount, because Solana was like $20 at one point.
No. It's the second biggest position, and really the thought process is the Bitcoin position that we own, we're going to continue to hold, but there is an entire other universe there, and so the thought process being you want to be in the asset that is cheaper, faster, and likely going to receive more flows. And if you go and you look at DEX volume, right, decentralized exchanges on Solana is actually eating into the market share of on Ethereum, and so we just think there's a lot more momentum. It's a smaller market cap asset and likely to outperform.
Let's flip the screen around and show everybody Bitcoin, just where things stand right now. Curious, we sort of went up the mountain, we went down the mountain, we're climbing the mountain again a little bit. In terms of, if this is price discovery, what do you think is really happening?
First of all,
it's not price discovery because we're not past the all-time high.
We've been doing a lot of mountain climbing over the years, so I don't think there's anything new. What I do think is happening, though, if you watch over just the last 2 weeks of Bitcoin has been very sensitive to a lot of these geopolitical or kind of uncertain moments, right? If you go back and you look at President Trump's assassination attempt, Bitcoin on the news dropped immediately as soon as it was breaking that he was actually okay. Bitcoin ripped higher. If you go and you look last week or last weekend and you see Joe Biden going ahead and coming out and saying he's going to drop out of the race, Bitcoin again, as soon as there was news, drops, comes right back as soon as there's some certainty, he goes ahead and he endorses Harris. And so I think that these assets really are starting to kind of blend the line. It used to be the crypto industry and traditional finance. Now what you're starting to get is just an overall financial market.
I don't know what you're saying there. exactly.
What do you mean?
So you're saying he's out, and there was a hope that maybe it would be someone more electable than Kamala Harris, and then when you find out it's Kamala Harris, it goes back up?
It's all about certainty, right? So like when there's an assassination attempt, what ends up happening is the news breaks, hey, the potential president got shot. And so all of a sudden people are freaking out, prices drop. As soon as he's okay, price comes back. If you go and you look again at the announcement, hey, the current president is not going to seek re-election. There's uncertainty. What's going to happen? Who's going to endorse?
I would have thought former president gets shot, that could cause a civil war or something crazy could happen. You would actually think that if this is gold,
right, which is
gold and Bitcoin should actually go up in those moments. Yeah. And then when you actually realize that he's okay, you should be like, okay.
This is about the regulatory oversight.
I think that what people end up
But the same thing happened when it was Biden getting out. I mean, that's why it doesn't make.
But it's also you think treasuries.
But I was thinking.
I think treasuries before gold now for safety. Don't you?
Yeah, I've said that for a long time.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me is just think of it as human nature, right? When you hear a piece of news, right? So I was sitting eating, somebody said to me, hey, President Trump was just shot, right? Literally got a text message. I jump on Twitter, and you have this feeling, almost this like human nature takes over. You're like, oh my God, what happened? And then as soon as you realize, okay, I see the video, I see the news, etc., you kind of, okay, it looks like he's all right, etc. I think that markets react the same way. And what's really interesting is both of those situations happened on the weekend. Yeah. Stock market is closed. This is open.
Right, but Andrew's right. You would think it would be a flight to safety, and it's not.
Well, ultimately it was, but I think that the initial reaction to a news like that is fear. And then you do the flight to safety. And so all that happened, by the way, in 15 minutes, right? But what we're talking about is kind of that initial shock of the news. And some of it may be algorithmic trading as well. Just, hey, negative trading, news, prices drop. Right. But I think that in both of those situations, you know, Bitcoin was up 3% on Sunday after President Biden dropped out. And so I think that that asset specifically is starting to insert itself and becoming a signal for what is happening in the world.
But how much of that is just the regulatory overhang and thinking, okay, if you get somebody at the SEC who is not so opposed to Bitcoin, you'd have an easier way of doing things?
I think Bitcoin's through the threshold on the regulatory front. What I do think applies is all these other assets. I mean, the ETH ETF, you know, to the point of if these altcoins are going to come to the market, I think that people will start to allocate to them. The question is just which assets are going to be first, and then when are they actually going to get approved?
Tom, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the explanation.
Yes, that was it. Interesting. Panda, you have free healthcare, by the way. You have free healthcare up there in Canada. Please go to the doctors. What are you doing? Take care of yourself. It's not worth it. You got kids and a wife, or a kid and a wife. Please be smart. All right, Wall Street is buying billions of crypto. Let's see. This was posted an hour ago. Let's check it out.
Another long-awaited crypto ETF liftoff has finally arrived, and when they opened for trade this morning, volume for the 9-spot Ethereum ETF spiked, but the price is going in the other direction, at least at the moment. Grayscale, Franklin Templeton, Invesco Galaxy, VanEck, and BlackRock shares lower by about anywhere from 0.5%, 1/3%, to more than 2 3/4%.
It's a sell the news event. It went down $100. It's not a big deal. Is Tesla really doing a fire sale right now? Oh, well, is it on fire sale right now? Is it stupid cheap? What's the price of it, DJ? Let me know in the chat. And by the way, Hadouken, hopefully you're doing all right, buddy.
The ETFs track Ether. That's the native cryptocurrency of the Ethereum blockchain. Now, in the hour before the ETFs launched, Ether itself crossed the $3,500 mark. Right now, it's pulled back just a bit. It's at $3,488. And by the way, it's up 53% year to date, maybe in anticipation of what's happening today, the launch of the ETFs. Do at least the losses for the spot Ether ETFs indicate enthusiasm for crypto ETFs has disappeared into the ether? Or is this a historic moment presaging major adoption? BlackRock head of active ETFs, Jay Jacobs, is here with crypto bull Anthony Pompliano of Pomp Investments. Jay, you guys have ETHA, ETHA. That's the iShares Ether spot ETF. Tell me about the first day. How's it going? Because I know that in the first, 15 minutes, all of them collectively crossed about $112 million in volume.
Yeah, damn, Tesla's down 11.74%. Jesus. $217, dude. That's sick. Yeah, definitely. Why not? Tesla's going to be good.
Ethos traded over $200 million today. Very orderly markets, tight bid-ask spreads, and a lot of investor interest. So I think this is as great of a start as we could expect. The key here is that investors are using this tool as intended. It is a efficient, convenient vehicle to get access to Ether, which, as we've seen with the launch of IBIT this year and the interest in Bitcoin, there's a lot of investor interest in getting digital asset exposure through ETFs.
Why is yours down just 0.2%, whereas some of these others are down 2.6%? Don't you all do the same thing?
We should all be trading relatively tightly. I think there's some nuances around market activity and trading, but at the end of the day, we are holding spot Ethereum, and our ETF is going to track very, very closely to what spot Ethereum is doing in the direct markets within Ethereum.
At the end of the day, what will the volume hit, in your opinion?
I think collectively for this complex, it's going to be over $1 billion traded.
What was Bitcoin spot ETF day?
It was a few multiples of that, but this is still an extraordinary amount of trading volume for new ETFs.
Yeah, put it in perspective compared to others.
This is going to be one of the most historic trading days for new ETFs as a complex. Maybe not the most. Maybe Bitcoin holds that crown for the foreseeable future, but in the grand scheme of things, this is a tremendous amount of interest for new ETFs.
Pomp, you have been a crypto acolyte for years, well before it was de rigueur for a lot of people. But are you buying today? Tell me what you're doing with Ether.
Yeah, I'm not buying any Ether, but I do think that this is a really important moment because the Bitcoin ETF, I think, was kind of the first asset through the threshold, and people said, hey, look, this is going to come to Wall Street. But there was a lot of people who sat there and said, well, it's only going to be Bitcoin, right? It's the only one that's going to get the regulatory approval. Everything else is going to be a security, and it's going to be a long time. With the Ether ETF getting approved, I think now we understand not only, obviously, is Ether going to get that approval and kind of get through the threshold, but it probably signals that there's going to be many other assets as well. And so really what I see happening is there's going to be this blending of the traditional financial system with kind of this crypto ecosystem. And so, the fact that BlackRock is such a big player, many others that also kind of are their, competitors or their colleagues, I think that that's showing us that these assets now have entered into the Wall Street kind of ecosystem, and they're not going to go away. And that gives investors a lot of confidence to go and allocate to them.
Okay, who's next, in your opinion, Pomp?
That's going to be for the regulators to decide. I think that, you can kind of work down the list of largest market cap assets.
Hey, throw me a guess.
Well, Van Eck, I think, was the first one to file for a Solana ETF.
Correct.
And so they want that to kind of be the next one. Doesn't mean it will be. But I just think that, any market, they're going to look at market cap. That's a huge part of, is there enough trading volume? Are there enough investors? Is there enough interest for the issuers to actually make money, right, and be able to run a sustainable business and offering these things? I think you will just see them work down that list.
Van Eck already filing for Solana. What about BlackRock? Are you looking at the next iteration for these crypto ETFs?
Our focus is on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And one of the reasons why is 75% of the market cap of crypto assets falls within those two assets. So you can get a lot of exposure across the digital asset ecosystem just by looking at those two assets. And that's where we see the most liquidity. That's where we see the most client demand. So that is our focus for the foreseeable future.
Shouldn't we be clear to viewers that Ether is different from Bitcoin? Bitcoin is almost like the digital gold, but Ether is sort of the picks and shovels because it also has this underlying blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, which basically is one of these platforms that can build up contracts. And if you say this will happen, and it automatically encourages it to go forth. And then there's the actual, I guess, the ledger, which keeps every record of what's going on.
Yeah, what I think is really interesting is Bitcoin has a very clear story. It's kind of digital gold. And I think people across the market, even critics, agree that that is what Bitcoin is. And so naturally, you see people go and they buy it for that reason. Ethereum, there's kind of a bull and a bear case here. The bull case would be, well, people want diversification. It's one of the core tenets of investing in, kind of traditional finance. And so people say, look, I want exposure to crypto, but I don't just want Bitcoin. What else do you have? And so being the second one is pretty important if you're going to be a diversification asset. On the other hand, if people are going to say, hey, evaluate it just on its own, I think the story isn't as clear as Bitcoin. And so there's a lot of people in the Ethereum community that are working hard to try to figure out, hey, how do we go and educate people? What is it? Why should you buy it? And one of the things with these ETFs in particular, a huge reason why people want Ethereum in the spot market is that there is staking. There's some income generation or cash flow that can be generated from it. Right now, that is not able to, if you buy the ETFs, to go get that.
You don't get that.
I do think that is probably going to change over time. When, I'm not sure. But I think that'll be a second kind of leg for these assets, where if now all of a sudden you can buy it and you can get some yield off of that asset by holding the ETF, that'd be a pretty special moment as well.
Before we go, Companies merge all the time. Rivals merge. Do either of you ever envision seeing two cryptos merging? Let's just say Shiba Inu and Doge. I'm just throwing this out there, but is that ever a potential? And then you get an even bigger opportunity for another ETF.
Probably not for the foreseeable future. But again, and Anthony was saying this well, I think diversification across crypto assets.
Dude, I can't believe Shiba just made the news. I have never seen Shiba on the news. Have you guys seen Shiba on the news ever? Might have to tuck it into my waistband. I got $1 million. Please pump this coin.
Is really going to be the focus of investors now that you can get both Bitcoin and Ethereum through ETFs.
I got 100 million.
I think that the cryptos are going to merge, but I do think that the ETF issuers, there's going to be some consolidation. I'm an investor in Bitwise, I'm an investor in 21 Shares, I'm an investor in DeFi Technologies. They all have different ETFs. If BlackRock wants to come write a big enough check, I'm sure they would sell themselves. But no, I do think there'll be some consolidation on the ETF issuer side as people realize, hey, there's capital flowing here. There's a lot of kind of synergies that you can go in and do through that consolidation.
Pomp, Jay, it is a historic day. Either way, I think you'd.
Amazing. Shout out to Mr. Anthony Pomp and these guys being on the channel over here. Let me hit that like button for him. If you guys don't know Anthony Pompliano, he's got an amazing YouTube channel. Go check him out. Links in the description for all those videos. All right, yesterday's crypto world. I want to see what they say about the spot ETF beginning to trade and everything else. Let's do it. Hit that like button, guys. Please. We got 37 likes, 80 people here. Don't be lazy.
Today, spot Ether ETF.
And I truly hate asking that, but YouTube, I don't know, they don't push videos if you don't get likes. It's fucking stupid.
Launch for trading in the US. We break down their fees and how many billions of dollars could flow into these funds. And Catherine Dowling of Bitwise breaks down why the asset manager chose to jump into the crowded field of spot Ether ETFs hitting the market. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Jordan Smith. A host of new crypto-focused ETFs are hitting Wall Street this morning, but the crypto market doesn't seem too moved. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin slipped back to the $66,000 level, and despite 9 new spot Ether ETFs now open for trading, Ether's price has barely changed in the past 24 hours. It's trading at $34.55. Solana, which is seen as potentially next in line to have its own spot ETF in the States, is also lower today, down to $176.
Sustainable Crypto said, is getting an L9 to be hosted at Terra worth it? I would think so. I'm gonna be honest. I think the L9 has a good chance of holding its value very well, and I think what we're gonna see kind of with that, I mean, obviously it depends like how many other companies come up with this you know, a newer Litecoin miner, right? But the L7 held profitable the entire bear market. Literally the entire bear market. It's been profitable the whole time. At a hosting facility, I don't think you can go wrong. It's just a big nut to swallow when you're buying a big machine, but once you get your money back, it's just kind of cake from there on out, you know what I mean? So each is on. I can't tell you what to do, but I think hosting it isn't a bad option.
Now, like I mentioned, the SEC has given the green light to 9 spot Ether funds, something that many on Wall Street and in the crypto industry weren't expecting just a few months ago. Crypto World's Mackenzie Sagalos took a look at the fees these funds are charging, and yeah,
you know what? That's a good point. Panda said the L9, yeah, 85% of the profits are in Dogecoin, and Dogecoin, like, I don't really think it's gonna go too much lower, right? So I don't know. No, explain why you'd buy an L9 over the Bombax. See, I don't know the difference between the two. Bombax, I haven't even looked into them at all, to be honest. That whole company, no idea. But I'm just saying in general, if you take all the Litecoin miners and try to find the best one for the best value, like the highest hash rate for the best value, and go with that. That's what I would do, and then host it, right? It doesn't matter if it's an L9 or not. I don't give a shit where you buy it. Just in general, those machines are typically profitable for the duration that you have them. You know what I mean?
Just how much money analysts on Wall Street think they could pull in.
Luke, thanks for the $4.99 super chat, dude. Keeping the stream alive. He said, for the love of Satan, smash the like. It took longer for all you to join the stream than it would clicking the like. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much.
The SEC has just given the green light for the first spot Ethereum ETFs to hit U.S. markets. Those are now trading on the NYSE, CBOE, and NASDAQ. Fees vary, but just like the Bitcoin ETFs from January, Grayscale is coming in the highest at 2.5%. That's 10x more than the second highest fee being charged. Now, this comes 7 months after the blockbuster launch of spot Bitcoin products here in the States. Those funds have been breaking records, with $17 billion in inflows since January and $57 billion in assets under management collectively. Citi expects somewhere between $4.7 to $5.4 billion of new inflows for Ethereum ETFs over the next 6 months. Now, JP Morgan also expects...
That's crazy. $5.4 billion in the next 6 months, or within the next 6 months. Dude, again, Luke, thank you so much for the super chat. Love seeing my man DJ scream up there. It's a riot. That was the best stream ever.
Flows to be lower than the Bitcoin offerings because Ethereum's market cap of $416 billion is roughly 1/3 the size of Bitcoin.
Everybody's trying to get a sense, but the important thing to keep in mind is that this is early days. We are 6 months into the trading of Bitcoin ETFs and 15 years into transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. We are 4 hours into trading of Ether ETFs and 9 years into transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. And Bob, these are totally different use cases. So while Bitcoin is really known for its scarcity, its 21 million finite supply, Ether is a totally different use case. Ether is known for its utility. It is a programmable blockchain designed to let developers build decentralized applications on the blockchain ecosystem.
Another big...
It's like literally comparing it to like the internet and Google. That's what Ethereum is, right? You always go to Google to make things, and that's how it used to be anyways, until like, you know, now Solana and everything else is out. But yeah, DJ, this is the is this the tweet you're talking about? Thanks for the valuable feedback on the gold shell and home mining. After a few days of market buzz, we've adjusted our policies as quick as we can. Excited to announce the AL Box 2 and the AL Box now available again with fastest shipping. AL Box 2 $27.60 and the AL Box 1 $13.99. Bruh. I think it's a little bit steep, but that's just my opinion.
Big potential headwind for adoption. The SEC isn't okay with staking Ether held in an ETF, which is one unique feature that Ether has over Bitcoin. So that perk, well, it goes away if you choose to get exposure through the ETF rather than the token directly. Relatively muted response in the crypto market so far, but multiple analysts predicting that Ether has the potential to hit the 5K price threshold this year as institutional money begins to buy in. And a lot of attention turning now to Solana and whether that altcoin, which is worth $84 billion, is the next to get the ETF treatment.
All right, for more on spot Ether ETFs, I spoke with Catherine Dowling, the General Counsel and Chief Compliance Officer at Bitwise Asset Management, about the firm's own new spot Ether ETF and whether she thinks the regulatory and political winds are shifting to bring more crypto funds to U.S. exchanges. All right, Catherine, the Bitwise Ethereum Fund has gotten the go-ahead from the SEC to start trading on the NYSE. I just want to start with your reaction to that decision from the SEC, because for a while it didn't seem like these would actually go through. A lot of people are actually skeptical that these would start trading.
You are exactly right, Jordan, and thanks for having me back. Back in May, we thought it wasn't happening. There was silence, and I think ourselves and a number of the other issuers thought that it was just going to be quite a boring summer. And then suddenly the approvals came, and do not underestimate the political winds behind that movement. And then here we are midsummer, and today was launch day. So ETHW was born.
Get into a little bit about why you're launching this product into another crowded field of crypto ETFs. I mean, we saw with the spot Bitcoin ETFs in January, this rush to launch in. Why was this the right decision for Bitwise, and how do you see yourself differentiating from some of your competitors like Grayscale, which converted its Ethereum trust and maybe in the perception has a lead here?
Yeah, gold shell. Someone said gold shell is shilling or getting worse than ever now. Yeah, they're trying to sell units. I get it. They want to try to be like, they want to make the most they can. Let's be real. I mean, I get it. Is it a good look? Probably not.
Yes, well, absolutely. It's a great question. The why, well, Ethereum, Bitcoin, these are both great opportunities for diversification in crypto. And through the ETP product, we now have a regulated in your brokerage account way for folks to diversify, for financial advisors to be able to work much more closely with their clients, have a dialogue, and be able to have some controls over that. So it's efficient, it's less costly, it's safer, it's regulated. We should have had it a long time ago. Many other countries have been trading in these for a while now. So that's kind of the first instance. Also, with we're about 6 months after the Bitcoin, the spot Bitcoin launch, which was a landmark. This is another landmark. So today is a small step for ETH, but a giant step for the crypto asset ecosystem as a whole. Then to the second part of your question with regard to Bitwise, Bitwise has been going at this for a lot longer than many of the other folks who have been in the field. But first, the number of issuers coming out at the same time for both spot Bitcoin and spot ETH is actually great for investors. You have a very different scenario than when the Bitcoin futures came out and it was one kingmaker. That is still a very expensive product, right? With this, with a number of issuers coming out at the same time, I think that was actually the right move by the SEC because it allows for investors to choose among the various issuers, to look at cost, to look at what's behind from an operational standpoint. So from a differentiating standpoint for Bitwise, really what we do is we set ourselves apart as the crypto asset specialists. We are at heart a research organization. We have tutorials on our website for ETH, for Bitcoin. Our folks work very carefully with the RIA crew, financial advisors, to educate, to show them how Bitcoin, how ETH operate, how they're different. They're different types of assets. They offer different things. So we set ourselves apart by being that crypto asset specialist. That is our core. That is what we do. And then behind the scenes that investors don't see as much, behind the scenes is really important too. How you custody these products, how you also look at trading the day-to-day, the counterparties that you use, the specialty behind those nuances ultimately inure to the benefit of the ultimate investor.
You laid out your markers for differentiators for Bitwise. Now lay out your markers for success for this fund. You know, Citi and JP Morgan both said that this may not get the same excitement that the spot Bitcoin ETFs do, but there is an appetite for these funds out there. So for Bitwise, what are your markers for a successful launch? Is it a specific type of investor getting in, or do you even have a number of assets under management?
Yeah, so we don't really have a set number of this is going to make it, quote, successful. What's successful is that it's out there, it's launched, and this is now opening the door for investors to come in a regulated, efficient, cost-effective way. So that to us is step one in terms of success. Two, we have seen actually a lot of volume already on day one here in trading, more than anticipated. The expectation was it's summer. There's a lot of noise out there politically, et cetera, in the environment. And the thought was also with Bitcoin, it's a bigger asset, bigger market cap, that the volumes would be much higher. But the spot ETH trading so far has actually exceeded some of those early estimates of trading volume. So that's another kind of near-term success metric as well. But long-term, it's really us as Bitwise continuing to work with our clients, which are the financial advisors and the RIAs, to continue to explain all of the products that we offer and to show how these can add to their clients' portfolio. And now we have some research out there as well right now on creating a crypto sleeve and having a diversification play between Bitwise, between ETH, and between crypto equities, and really making that part of your portfolio. So that's how we'll judge success in the long term, our ability to continue those conversations and to be a part of their research that they provide to their clients as they explain how these products work and how they can add to their clients' portfolios.
A lot of investors or people in the crypto space have looked to Solana as the next ETF or the next cryptocurrency that would potentially get an ETF. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Bitwise only tracks Solana through your index funds so far, correct?
That is correct, Jordan, yes.
So are you looking to Solana as another potential ETF that you might try to get listed on one of these exchanges? And do you feel like the SEC is receptive to altcoins beyond Ethereum?
Yeah, so the dialogue with the SEC has for Bitwise, we've always had an open communication about products. I think it's favored that you come in, you have a discussion with them about what you're thinking in the short term, near term, long term, because it helps the SEC to be able to prioritize what they look at and what they dig into if they hear from a number of issuers on potential plans down the line. So we've been encouraged. We've had conversations with the SEC about kind of what's next, what we would look at, what we would be interested in potentially launching. So I think it's helpful to both sides. So that Solana obviously is one of those assets that we would be looking at trying to get out. The complexity from regulatory side is that historically with spot ETH and spot Bitcoin, the jurisdictional hook for getting the listing approvals has centered around the fact of the futures trading in these assets. So we will either have to come up with a new and novel or different grounds of attempting to get those products to market, or we'll have to develop more of the futures trading. And really that centers on the SEC needing to look to these markets to assure that there's not going to be fraud and manipulation. And the futures trading on a regulated market helps to assuage those concerns. So there will have to be some mechanism that the SEC would be able to look at and that we would be able to prove up from a research standpoint in order to push ahead with these products. So that will be a work in progress. That will be hopefully open lines, continued open lines of communication about what we're thinking, research we can bring to bear. We'll look abroad to products and how they've been trading as historical measures. So there's a lot of component parts that will go into getting the regulatory approval for products beyond ETH and Bitcoin. But it's something we are definitely actively working on, and I think it's going to be important.
All right, that's all.
Interesting. All right, let's see. Joker Miner said, did you watch Max's live from Monday? He was calling you out. No, I didn't. I fell asleep, actually. I lied. I was with my kids. I didn't fall asleep, but I was with my kids and I didn't watch it. All right, biggest Ethereum news of the century. Altcoin Daily. You guys know I'm just catching up myself. I like to watch this stuff. If there's any shills in here, I'll jump past it. But let's see what he breaks down about the whole ETF thing.
Spot Ethereum ETF set to begin trading today. The SEC approved ETF applications from 21 shares, Bitwise, BlackRock.
The Ethereum ETFs are live for the first time in history as they trade over $500 million in their crypto fund debut. Actually, breaking news as I record, the Ethereum ETF trading volume just hit over $1 billion, and BlackRock's ETH ETF is already among the top 50 ever ETF debuts on record. And the campaign that BlackRock has just released, educating on Ethereum, abdicating for Ethereum, basically pitching Ethereum to normies.
Oh, so that guy works for BlackRock? The guy that was with Anthony Pomp? I thought they worked at the same company.
A huge signal of what's to come.
The reason for the call today, John, is
yeah,
something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share.
Now let me share with you this clip. It's outrageous, but just understand that many people are now comparing the Bitcoin ETF's success 6 months ago versus Ethereum today. It's not going to be the same. It was never going to be the same. Bitcoin has a way, way bigger market share, more demand, more people holding it versus the...
And it's got a limited supply.
...altcoins. And the further down the list you go, the more niche it gets.
Well, let's go look at the Bitcoin ETF. I think, historic thing, probably the best ETF launch in history. One of the interesting stats is that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF has had more net flows than QQQ year to date. Right, so just massive flows there, over $500 million just yesterday alone. And so I think what a lot of people say is, well, that was the first one. Is the second one going to be as big? And I don't think that's true, right? If you just go and, before I came on, I looked at all the major news sites. People aren't talking about it as much. And so like the media attention, the hype, all that stuff isn't really there. And so it brings you to the question of like, why are people not talking about it as much? And I think part of the challenge for Ethereum is that the story isn't as clear. It's very clear with Bitcoin, right? It's digital gold. When we start talking about Ethereum, we start talking about a technology platform. There's a lot more competition, et cetera. But if you go and you talk to the people at Bitwise, they're launching ETHW today. Yep. What they would tell you is, well, actually, there's diversification. People on Wall Street.
Oh, man, I didn't even realize they named it ETHW. Strange, because there is a coin, ETHW, but it's not related in any way.
Love that. And so maybe actually the benefit that Ethereum will have is just people say, well, I don't want to have just one. I want to have a couple of them. It's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum. Let me do like a 70-30 split, and that'll be good enough for it. And so I think that we really got to see what these flows are going to look like, because the story isn't as clear. You're not going to get access to the staking. So the cash flow that people really like about Ethereum isn't available to these kind of ETF holders. And I think that the flows itself are not going to be nearly as big as Bitcoin. And so the question is, how much impact on prices is this really going to have?
Now, understanding the data for both Bitcoin and Ethereum on Altcoin Daily will always bring you the actual data, because despite the massive Bitcoin exchange outflows over the last 24 hours, the percentage of total Ethereum supply on exchanges remains lower than that of Bitcoin. There's 11.7% of the total Bitcoin supply on exchanges, yet only 10.7% of ETH supply on exchanges. Both are getting bought up.
That's kind of interesting.
taken off the market. And despite what you think of the Ethereum ETF, this does send a massive signal to the rest of TradFi that altcoin ETFs are coming.
What I do think is interesting about the Ethereum ETF approval, and probably the thing I've taken away the most, is less about Ethereum and more about the rest of the market. What this signals to me is that all of the altcoins are going to come to Wall Street. It may take a while, there may need to be some regulatory clarity, they may get treated a certain way, but these things are going to come to Wall Street. And so what went from a 0 to 1, is it going to be Bitcoin, is it not, is now going to be a crypto industry. And the reason why that becomes interesting is because people who have this portfolio model or portfolio approach are going to start to apply that to all of crypto.
Now let's talk about specific altcoins with massive news. But here's how hard BlackRock has started to push Ethereum. BlackRock's iShares website is leaning into the Ethereum ETF launch now. We see right on their main page, introducing ETH, a new iShares Ethereum Trust ETF.
Real quick, I think it was Black Hat asked in the chat, how much of Ethereum is staked? It says today the staking ratio, or the percentage of eligible tokens currently being staked, is 27.67%. So about a quarter of what's out there.
It's bold, it's consumer friendly. They also educate. The case for the iShares Ethereum Trust ETF. Number one, you get access to Ethereum. Number two, through the convenience of an easy exchange traded product. And number three, built by the largest asset manager. So they're making their case. And check out this video BlackRock just dropped for all their investors.
Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap after Bitcoin and has key characteristics that make it distinct. While many see Bitcoin's key appeal in its scarcity, many find Ethereum's appeal in its utility.
This is almost 2 minutes long. Typically, I would only play you a clip, but I think it's so important. This is the pitch BlackRock is making to their traditional investors.
Oh boy.
Ethereum is a highly programmable blockchain that provides infrastructure for a diverse range of assets and use cases.
And we will stick it right up your ass with the fees.
You think of Ethereum as a global platform for applications. This platform enables applications referred to as smart contracts to run without a centralized intermediary. Transactions on Ethereum require a transaction fee to be paid in the network's native token, Ether. Investor interest in Ether has been expanding as more people adopt digital assets. And that's why we're introducing ETH, the iShares Ethereum Trust ETF, which provides investors convenient exposure to Ether. Here are 3 things to know about ETH. The first...
Hold on. It says the iShares... Oh, God. It's like right there. The iShares Ethereum Trust ETF is not an investment company registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940 and the same regulatory requirements as mutual funds or ETFs registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940. I can't read what's behind him, obviously, but...
Exposure to Ether.
Weird.
Here are 3 things to know about ETH. The first is access. ETH enables investors to access Ethereum's native token Ether within a traditional brokerage account. The second is convenience. ETH can help remove operational burdens associated with holding Ether directly, as well as potential high trading costs and tax reporting complexities.
God, that is such bullshit. That is such bullshit. It is not hard to hold your own crypto. Get a Tangem, send it to your wallet, like just send it out of the exchange to your wallet and just hold it and use Coinly or something for taxes. It's not that hard.
And finally, integrated technology. ETH is managed by the world's largest asset manager and leverages a multi-year technology integration developed with Coinbase Prime, the world's largest institutional digital asset custodian. Access ETH through your online brokerage or discuss with your financial professional to find out how ETH could fit into your portfolio.
So the Ethereum ETF...
I'm watching it because I want to update myself on everything that's going on. Witness, you don't have to watch it, bud. I appreciate you being here, though.
ETFs were a huge success day one, probably going to settle somewhere between 20 to 25% of what the Bitcoin ETFs did the first day for volumes. Of course, this is an ongoing story. Click subscribe for 1 video per day, keeping you informed about crypto. And many of you know the altcoin Ondo, huge...
Nope. Let's see what he has to say about AIT.
Also, AIT Protocol has a major product update. And just a reminder on what AIT Protocol is, It's an AI altcoin platform providing AI data annotation, which is very needed.
So it's easy for tech giants like Amazon or Meta to get all that data because they have all your data, right? However, it's harder for smaller players, especially with smaller budgets, to get this data. This is where the AIT protocol comes in. It makes it easier for AI developers to train their models by providing a much more cost-effective way of processing and analyzing big data.
And the news today, exploring Albert AIT, which is like Chat GPT on steroids, our team has switched to using Albert for all our AI needs. Here's why you should too. You can solve very complex math and logical questions. Here's an example.
Yeah, he's shilling the shit out of this. All right, I can't do this anymore. He is shilling the shit out of it. We're gonna leave that, and we're gonna get back into the recap segment of things. You guys are awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Anybody that might just be joining. Bitcoin, 66,881 bucks, still looking fantastic. Ethereum's holding at 34.45. We got Solana, 180 bucks. ADA's at 41 cents. Good time to buy, in my opinion. We got 63 cents for XRP, 73 bucks and 41 cents for LTC. We got just under 18 cents for Caspa. Amazing. ETC's at 23.70. Let's see, Dogecoin at 13.3. We have Pepe up 7.29%. Shiba is up 0.8%, not too much. What's that one? What is that one? Flow is up to 68 cents, 10.38% on the day. Let's check out what's changed. Oh, there goes Mew right out of the top 100 coins. Someone rugged that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about that coin. But we got the biggest earner of the day. Looks like it is ENA over here. Athena, 49 cents, up 10.5%. Again, BitTensor over here, 7.2% up on the day, to 340 bucks. Flow is up 10.4% to 68 cents. Interesting. Flashbang, for anybody that missed it, 69 on the Fear and Greed Index. Everything's looking fantastic, guys. You're all awesome. I appreciate you for hanging out. I gotta get the hell out of here, though. I guess, what is it? The Nashville thing? Is it BTC Nashville? Is that what it's called? I'm pretty sure is going on today. So I guess Randy Hipper is going to be streaming at some point later on. So go check out her stream at some point. Yeah, other than that, whoever's going, have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Take videos, please. Post as much as you can. Let's see. LTC Nashville first night. Is that what you meant to say? Oh, LTC Summit's today. That's LTC Summit. My bad. Whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I don't go to any of that shit. LTC Summit. That's what's going on today. So just be careful. Be safe. Have fun. Do your thing. I got to go set up my solar stuff. So you guys have a good day. I will catch you on the next one. Peace out. Panda, go to the doctors. Fine, then just
and spit on that thing.
You'll get better. Bye.
Eat shit, Gary.